from. Our marketeers will come to power. In every country, at least 2 million and bring out for marketeers, 50 runners, and younger boys to empower them. So the money in there, but everything is long, they are carrying the penalty up. Because we are close. To forget what you can't call about. What did Baladino Yaga call about? You are not letting you talk. We are sucking the life out of now. We will suck the life out of you. Knock the wind out of your sail. The wind we put in your sail will take it back. How dare you call us insignificant when you were in political nobody after 2017 and we resurrected that dead political carcass of yours, and you show us ingratitude and wickedness. Where are our falling out with George? We did. Fundamental. The issues about which we disagree with us, are still issues that we're concerned about. But we're not here to give you power so that you turn it over to Jeremiah Kuhn and Prince Johnson. Jeremiah Kuhn is a Liberian citizen. If he wishes to run for president, it is his right to run for president. But to hide behind you, he and his warlord, his mass murdering, lunatical, deranged, unstable warlord godfather. We're not going to give the country to a warlord. Everybody used Prince Johnson in this country. Ellen used him to come to. I think coming to be his cow now, to be milking. Let milk the man. He said, Henry, can you get Lega Remy, my dependable nephew? Do you think you can get Alex to donate $300,000 to the JMB Foundation? He tried to make it look like it's money for the foundation because he doesn't want to say for Cummings to give me money. Do you think you can get Cummings to donate $300,000 to the JMB Foundation for some initiatives, making it sound all decent and professional? I said, well, Uncle, let me think about it and I'll refer to you. To be honest with you folks, I never asked Mr. Cummings. You had just eaten the man's 45,000 US for a trip you had no interest in. Now you're asking me to go back to Alex Cummings through his people and make a request for $300,000. Then he said, you know, he might be inclined to give us the money because he wants something from me. So this is the honest man. This is the honest Joe Buckle. The Joseph Buckle that is supposed to be a decent, honorable man is asking me to go to Alex Cummings under the pretext of being inclined to grant Cummings' request for him, Joe Buckle, to recuse himself from the political race and raise Cummings' hand. So he wanted me to go and have the Cummings to go and get another $300,000 from Alex Cummings. I never did. I never delivered that message to Alex Cummings because I knew Joe Buckle was dishonest. How dare I go ask Cummings for $300,000 to give to Joe Buckle when Buckle had just made a fun of Cummings in Ghana at a meeting Cummings gave him money for? And this is and these are things we could not come to the public to disclose these things. We could not do these things because we were in too deep. We were in too deep. And so what did I do?
Guess what? Let people come and play. Oh, we didn't eat here with me. The sun all made it. They get it raw. What's more like edition signing for free bowl? I was said to you know, it's all set. We didn't buy it. Yes, say that. We didn't stop playing about. We're going down. It's a rescue. I just want to ask you one question. Now, will you give the rescue? You not give him the people I don't want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, now why you to us? No, you even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you for us? So why the rest not stable? No job, no food, no food on the table. No. Not just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest they show your kids get poor. No opportunity for the youth. You say to help people, you picking property on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people. I used to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just just wanna ask you one question, that will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you are going to change things, but we not seeing changes. I'm just saying you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made your country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama. You made your country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. That's what yama 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 yama.
Okay, so good evening, good afternoon, good morning. After a week and plus days of being off your radio, this is Freedom Hub on 87.9. We are grateful to be back on the radio. There are too many things happening in your country, my country, our country, all of us country. The Republic of Liberia is not short of political and different controversial topics. The Liberian vice president is currently out of the country. We are told he is there consummating the deal to have the yellow machines returned to the country. We're hoping to speak to Julius J on tomorrow. We are told Julius J of OKFM is currently traveling with the Liberian vice president. We are hoping to have all of the information relative to the VP's trip to China and other parts of Asia brought to you here on the conversation. But again, we are confused as to why will the vice president be in China on an assessment tour when a couple of months ago we had the Liberian government officials, precisely Madam Mamaka Belete, parading the principal streets of Monrovia with fleets of yellow machines. Again, in 2025, we see the government again headed by the vice president leading an assessment tour. And somebody is reminding me that this is a responsible government.
Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say now.
Too many things to talk about. House Speaker Richard Nangwekun is asking international partners, asking our partners to help the legislature in its modernization plan. What is it? Speaker Richard Kuhn is asking the international partners to help the legislature, to help our representatives with microphones, the speakers. Yeah, imagine our lawmakers are begging for microphones through the office of the speaker. We're gonna look into it. How can people who receive $45,000 two times in 6 years
CDC and Unity Party
be asking the international partners to help them with simple things like electoral voting machines for the legislature? Liberia has to be serious. We need to be very serious, and that seriousness will have to start from our leaders. We're going to be reading that particular topic, that particular story. That story is going to be read by Princess Alexa Vanja Colley right here on the platform. Motorade.
Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you.
Two communities within the Johnson Bay area are pleading with the government of Liberia precisely through the Environmental Protection Agency to see reason in re-certificating a company in the area. Recently, the EPA was able to
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you know, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. That it can't take your life. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it now for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it crime for all of us.
Okay, so welcome back to the program. Alexa, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon. Oliver, and I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. However, where you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome to a brand new presentation of Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. It is good to have Oliver back. I think he's well now. Well, so of course it is good to have him. But we have a lot to talk about today. So, however, where you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome.
Okay, so basically, I want to say what's up to all of you, our people. It is a wonderful day in Monrovia. It is. It is a wonderful, wonderful day in Monrovia. There are too many things we will talk about on today. There are too many things we intend to talk about, but it is good that we are back. I mean, it was a challenging moment for us a couple of days ago, but we're grateful that we're back on the radio, and that is what we want to say to all of you, our people. Yeah, so that's why it is. There are a few things happening in the country we'll talk about today. The case involving the former speaker in core, the case is still on. The case is taking a different
Turn.
route, as we will say. As we speak, there is a guy called Christian Kofa who was picked up by state security actors. Instead of being in prison, we are told that he is allegedly taken to a hotel in the Boys Town area on the Marshall Highway. That's what we are told. And the purpose for that, according to our information, is that the government is trying to negotiate with Christian Kofa so that Christian, will be the government witness. So they're trying to manipulate him. They're trying to pay him. They're allegedly, in the business of trying to give him some money so that he will go and tell the court that we don't want to burn the place. And let's not tell her to go burn the place. It is what we are gathering. And so it failed on John Yanti at the moment. It did not work with John Yanti, according to the information we've gathered. And so we are being told that Christian Kofa, who is supposed to be in police custody, is not in police custody, but somewhere on the highway where he is being kept allegedly by the government at a hotel instead of a prison compound or police station. He's being kept at a hotel, hot and cold water shower, 3-4 times food a day, and availability of alcohol and different things with the sole purpose of having him, to stand as state witness. We are told that he is resisting, he is not complying, but they keep, how you call this thing, trying to convince him. It has been alleged that this is what's happening. We'll talk more about that particular situation as well. But the main talking points today is the fact that the legislature, through the office of the speaker, Speaker Rachel Kuhn, is Alexa. What is the story saying?
Okay, so this is from Daily Observer,
The Speaker
and it
wants-
said Speaker wants capital digitized.
Capital digitized. And
Yeah.
So that is exactly where we are as a people. So the Speaker of the House wants the Liberian capital digitized. Now, so these are developments coming up. These are stories coming up. Again, the political leader of the Movement for Economic Empowerment, MOVE, the Honorable D. Maxwell Sakimia, is talking tough. It said former President George Manuel is on an irreversible and unstoppable path to coming back to power in 2029. This is from the political leader of MOVE. And so he is predicting that the return to the executive mansion by the former president is inevitable. In addition to that, during the course of the weekend, the Women Empowerment and Vocational Training Program at MOVE was able to graduate several of their folks. So there were several individuals who graduated from the movie. We call it MOVE, rather MOVE Vocational Training Educational Program. So they got their discipline in different areas, and so that's a bit of what's happening in the country. So political parties now, Alexa, are involved with training people.
Yeah, I think just having a political party is not all about politics.
You got to train
you have
your
to
people as well.
impact the lives of people, especially women.
Mhm.
I'm passionate about that, and I saw this over the weekend, so I just kept it a little bit to talk about it more tomorrow on Women Spotlight, because we'll be spotlighting that. So I think it is important for political leaders and also
Mhm.
people who are politicians to look beyond just politics in the moment. You will have to be here as a leader. You have different people who look up to you to learn from you. So the fact that the former foreign affairs minister actually thought to have this initiative to empower young women, with skills and all that, it is really, really commendable. So thanks to him, for that.
Okay, so movement for economic empowerment, and D. Maxwell Sakimia is the political leader. And by the way, he is also the head of policy. Am I getting it right? No, I think I need to consult my paper. Yeah, so he is a senior advisor and chief special envoy
To the former
to the
president.
former president of the Republic of Liberia. So he is also the political leader of Move. Move headquarters is at the Pinsville Town Hall area,
Yeah,
opposite Pinsville Town Hall.
yeah, around
There where you find
Evercraft is around there.
yeah, you'll find Move headquarters. And so they graduated few of their people during the course of the weekend. Madam Mamina Geka, the former assistant minister at the Ministry of Gender, served as the keynote speaker at that program, empowerment program. I think it's something very important. We should encourage those kind of actions. Political institutions are governments in waiting.
Of course.
And so when you are a government in waiting, you get deeply involved with these vocational training institutions. I mean, these programs. I mean, these are things that will help build the capacity of the people, so that when you come to power, even if the guys are not formally educated, they will have some vocational and technical skills that can be used for nation building.
Right.
And I think that's where Move is headed.
Yes, and in this age and day, I think it is important, even if you're going to go to formal school, to learn how to read and write, you need to learn something else, like a skill, to live by, because you never know what's going to happen. You can actually be empowered through skills, and you'll be able to, get something to eat for yourself. You learn how to bake, you'll be able to bake some different pastries and all that.
Good.
If you learn to sew, you'll be able to sew for people. So that's empowerment in its entirety. So that's really, really commendable.
Good. So that's a bit of what's happening in the country. The next one is the government has decided to ban the issue of schools parading in the principal streets of the country. The site should be restricted. It should be the places that are not. But I don't even know.
I don't know why. I mean, because over the past weeks or months, we saw a lot of different schools, parade the streets, whether it was Monrovia, Central Monrovia, or out of Monrovia, we saw a lot of them. So for me, I would like to know exactly what are some of the different factors that had the government of Liberia, through the Ministry of, I think, Justice, right, to have this whole thing to be banned at about this moment, because you have a lot of people who already did it. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do what you want to do, though. But I want to know, like, why is it that way right now? Because that's also entertainment, and as you're in school, you need to do something else. So I want to know some of the details actually surrounding this whole thing.
Okay, but however it is, I think it is a topic that has been received with mixed reactions. There are people who are of the opinion that this decision is ill-advised, while others think that it is something that will enhance public safety. Whatever the case is, I just think the country is involved with too many of these mixed priorities, and bulk of these decisions are on the surface good, but there are ramifications to it. There are lack of due diligence in most instances, and in my mind, a good portion of the decisions that this administration is taking are decisions that are hastily done without a lot of due diligence. People just wake up wanting to prove a point and just take a particular decision. At the end of the day, the adverse reaction is for the population to incur. For example, the motorcyclist restriction. Today, Gregor Como people are not the ones who are victimized as a result of
they're not
the
affected.
challenges. No, they're not affected
not.
At all.
It goes back to citizens.
It is the ordinary citizens who are going through the pinch of that particular decision. Was the decision appropriate? That's something we can discuss for another day. Was it timely? It was not timely at all. You wake up one morning and you stop motorcyclists from coming to town. You restrict the movement of the people in the commercial hub of the country. As we speak, every day, like Liberians have returned to running behind cars, on the street.
People are still walking. By the way,
it is unbearable. The rainy season already here. It's going to be more and more costly for our people. It's going to be detrimental to those who cannot afford, those who do not have vehicles. But that's what you have now. When people come to power, they say they got power, they got the authority, so they can do anything. The rest of the country should go to hell.
That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what we have on our hands. The decision about banning schools from parading,
I don't even know how that was decided.
How did that decision come about?
I don't know exactly.
But whatever way it is, I think there are some good reasons behind why the government will want to stop that. But in doing these things, there are ways in which these things are better, handled. You want to talk about, so the next thing to say, okay, it is going to put the lives of students at risk. Let's do an impact assessment. How many times schools been parading and you saw,
students were affected, students were hurt.
Students were hurt by moving vehicles or killed. How many times? Let's do the analysis.
We haven't gotten any reported stories on that.
The only thing the government should tell us is that when the schools are parading, they can delay traffic, and other things. That's going to be understandable. Yeah. But it's it put the life of the people at risk. Come on, you.
Number one, you have people when you have a school to parade, you have people there who will be managing
down to the police.
Exactly.
Most of the schools go and get police officers to accompany the students and so forth. Even at that level, the students themselves got people in the line who always provide this and that. So look, my take is government can take any decision they want to take, but the government should be truthful.
Yeah.
Be honest. Tell the people why you're taking the decision. Don't say because of safety issue, this and that. Okay, if a safety issue, let's do the impact assessment.
And then we want to know from the government now if were there any reports.
Were there any reports? Were there incidents of school students parading and maybe truck walking over students? A speeding vehicle, running into students. We have not had that situation. Okay, perhaps the government is trying to do it to
prevent
precautionary
anything that will happen.
Reasons. But that's not the main reason you're doing it. The main reason you're doing it is because people in traffic, school parading, it can delay. That one is understandable. Just be honest and tell the people why you're doing it for. That way everybody will know that okay, we're doing it because we want traffic.
You can leave people then
the schools now will decide to say, okay, you know what? Since my school is in Banavie Estate, we will rent the Banavie football field. All of our students will be asked to commute to the football field using keke, their taxi or different means of transporting themselves, right? And we just gather and do our stuff. There should be a whole conversation on it. This thing about you being government and just taking decision because you're in government, it is
about the people.
The people should be involved at every step along the way. You should have the people involved. You should have had some consultative meetings, stakeholders meeting. Call the stakeholders, the school operators. Call them. Call the parent teacher association in the country and say, look, we are the government. We think schools parading in the street will pose a particular health or hazardous threat to the students and so forth. And so we don't want it to happen anymore. We believe this. Let the stakeholders come and let you know what it is, because here is it. The reason why most of the laws are not implemented to the core in this country is because these laws are not made with the stakeholders in mind. Because when you come and make a particular law here and you do not get the people involved, you're just going to be, it is going to be very difficult to have that particular law implemented because the people are not involved. I mean, almost like an NGO going to do a project in a community. You wake up one morning, you don't ask the people what they want. What are the people need hand pump? If they need solar system, you didn't ask them. You just wake up one morning, you say you go pay in the electoral center in a village in Vonjima.
Is that what they want?
You go pay in the electoral center the people who haven't gone to school. So they will watch you pay they will watch you, you build it in the electoral center, you put zinc on it, you pin it. By the time you finish, they put a goat on it for the goat to be eating cassava on it. I mean, when you want to, although it is your money as an NGO, although it is your right with the power as a government, but there are some decisions when you are taking, get the stakeholders involved so that in the implementation stage of your law, you will have the support of the rest of the people. If not, you will have that law on the paper, but in actuality, it will not happen. Do you have the capacity to be removing students from on the road through all this and that? I mean, you will not have that chance. So I agree. It is something that you want to do to ensure that order will be in the country, which is correct. But please, when you're doing things, get the stakeholders involved. Get them involved. Some schools have gone into pre-ordering. The some schools can start ordering,
and that's exactly where I have a concern as well.
Some schools can start ordering for the next year gala day materials from this year. There are different arrangements along the way. That's why when you get the actors involved, maybe they'll look and say, look, you know what, since it is this way, this one, we'll give between now to the end of this coming school year, effectively as of the end of 2025-2026 academic year, there will be no gala day whatsoever in this country that will go on the main road.
So you're already giving them time.
You give them 1 year to adjust. So if Alexa Preparatory High School is having her gala day next year, that school will know, say the thing what we're doing today, that the last time we're doing it, we're not doing it anymore.
After this time around,
we're not coming back on the road. I mean, you give all of the students, you give the parents, you put them in a psychological frame of mind that between 9 to this time, this is what will be happening. So by the time the without a gala day, down to the students themselves will know, say, we're not getting gala day anymore. But out of the sudden, abruptly, you come by and just institute it. Good. Let's see how it works. Let's see how you will succeed in implementing it. But if it is not well thought of, there is a likelihood that it may not be implemented to the core.
And there's also a concern with interpretation, Oliver. So like you said, if the government doesn't give out the information there's to give in a way that will be understandable, where you have stakeholders involved, you have school administrators, school owners, they just get together and have a discussion to understand exactly what this is all about and how it is going to be implemented and all that. That will be a point where everybody understands exactly why this decision has been taken. But if you do not do so, you never tell. Maybe the schools are going to be losing some money. So I think in as much as you have the power, in as much as you are the government of the day, so you need to do what you need to do. You don't need to consult citizens to do what you need to do. Remember that whatever decision you take or whatever decision you're going to make, it have a reflection on the lives of people, whether they're students, whether they're school owners, whether they're just ordinary people. It reflects on them directly. So they have to be considered when you are taking all of these different decisions. Over the weekend when I listened to a communication and someone was saying, oh no, we ain't going on the street again because the people said this and that. And I asked why. There was no detailed information as to why. So we need to be serious. There are different issues that are of priority in Liberia, and I think it is important to also focus on those issues as much as maybe you have your reason that's a bit rational or not, I don't know. But at the end of the day, you need to understand that people will be affected, and you need to get to a point where you know how you're going about, making a certain decision seriously.
Okay. So that's where we are. We're going to be talking more on the issues happening in the country. We're going to be talking more about those issues. So Alexa, in the Johnsonville area, I would need your input on this particular topic. Yes, I will need your input. Then we'll run to the main thing we are discussing today. We'll run there. But let me see if I can get it. Let Let me see if I can get this particular topic.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can get this particular conversation. So, two communities in Johnsonville area, they are calling for the EPA to give permit to the Reels Zoo Concrete Company. And according to the information we have gathered, the EPA went and shut down a particular company in Johnsonville over issues of environmental degradation. The EPA say the company is sitting in Waterway, the place is sitting in Korea, and there is a need, for that company to shut down. And so the EPA went and shut down the company.
Mhm.
Now, two communities in that area wrote the EPA and said, look, although we know the concerns you are raising with this company operating in our community, but these people are providing jobs for us. They're also helping the community. More to that, we are willing as a community people to work in line with your policy as Environmental Protection Agency so that these people will consistently clean up the drainage. They will ensure that the drainages are not blocked. Their operations will not be detrimental to the environment and so forth. So we want you to go and give them license. So there is a whole debate on that conversation, where people are saying, no, let the EPA do their job. It is in their purview to do the job, and other people say, but the community people who are supposed to be affected are themselves asking for the EPA to relax their, how you call this thing,
Regulatory.
their regulatory, enforcement stuff, so that they can work with the company and ensure that the company will not go against environmental laws. It is a critical situation, but like the government, being the chief administrator of the country, it is important for these things to be treated with caution, because it is one thing to want to protect the environment, which is very key, and I will support any government on it. But when there are possibilities of some other, how you call this thing, measures being put into place that can safeguard the environment at the same time providing jobs for people, I think the government should reconsider. If it is proving that this company can work in line with adhering to environmental policies without affecting the environment, thereby providing jobs for the people, I do not see reason why such a company should go off business. Because everybody can work in government. It will only become problem if the company doesn't have the capacity to operate in such a way that they will safeguard the environment. If their operation will lead to environmental degradation, then obviously the government is right. And if the government doesn't want to reconsider, I will support the government. But once there are possibilities of the company remaining in effect, at the same time, community people pledging to work with the company to ensure that the company operation will not affect the environment, I mean, the government should go ahead and maybe be tougher on her policy, stuff, and let the company operate, because a job loss in this country is terrible. A job loss is terrible. So if you will shut down a company that had a lot of people working with them, including Liberians, then you should also find means, if they cannot be at that particular area, the government is big. Government can find another place conducive for them. So it's not about shutting down the entities. It's about ensuring that while we are safeguarding the environment, we are also looking towards sustainability. So if we shutting down the company because they are not in compliance with environmental policies, which is good, let us also be looking for alternatives. For example, Alexa, if I am supposed to build a sawmill factory here, and the construction is supposed to ensure that I have a drainage constructed along with my investment. If I ain't got the drainage there, obviously the government will shut me down. But once I am willing in addition to my investment, once I'm willing to ensure that a drainage is constructed to guard the storm water, to where it's supposed to go to, once I'm willing to commit to it, come on, let the government provide the modality and let me be able to have that drainage constructed so that I will be able to operate in saving the environment, providing jobs, at the same time protecting the eco space. So it is a whole technical situation that we don't want to get involved with. We respect the fact that the government is doing everything, and I am supporting the government to safeguard our environment. But when it reaches a point where it is possible, I say possible. If it is not possible, no, I'm not going to support it. But once it is possible for the investment to live, and at the same time the environment protected, I mean, bingo, we can move on. So, I mean, we'll be reaching out to some of the people from the community. Let's see what their issues are. They reach out to me. I have the communication here. Let's see what their issues are. If their advocacy will save the community and also provide jobs, we will support it. If it will be detrimental to the community, we're going to take it back. But as it is, we are calling on the government to go back and see what is possible. If it is possible that investment will remain, at the same time, while they are in compliance with environmental, regulations, that's what we need. That's what we need, because every single job in this country right now is very important, and that's where we are. So
okay, so when you have the people, and then you have the government.
Mhm.
And then it has to do with maybe the survivability of the people. It also has to do with the government of Liberia implementing a certain policy. That's something that's really at a point critical. So it doesn't need hasty, decision.
Which is
No.
right. Which is right.
It doesn't need hasty, implementation. I am not against any agency or ministry of government implementing a particular policy. No, we support, a government that will do what is to be done at the end of the day, especially when it comes to something that involves maybe harms that will affect the lives of people. But again, when the very people will get to you and say, hey, in as much as we understand exactly what you're saying to us, in as much as we understand you are supposed to implement this, but also listen to us.
Mhm.
This man is, helping us to survive. This company is helping us to survive. So we want to sit on the table and reconsider. For me, I think everything that has been said, there's a moment to have a reconsideratory, meeting. What? So you need to sit with the people.
Mhm.
Just listen to them.
Mhm.
See if there will be any moment where you'll be able
Because
to still implement
Yes.
your policy
They're the ones in
and
charge
to
of the environment.
have the people. Because Oliver, I understand exactly where EP is coming from, because you have different companies that are really doing what they're not supposed to be doing.
Good.
In different communities, in different counties, and all that. So EP is trying to make sure they will not do anything,
Which is, you're right.
which is 100% their right,
Mhm.
which is 100% necessary. But now, if the people are saying, let's go to the table, let's have a discussion, let's sit right here and discuss all of the different things. We can maybe talk to this company, or this company is willing to not do what they're not supposed to do.
Mhm.
They're willing to help in the process to protect us, especially when it comes to protecting the environment. I think that is something to listen to. I think that is something to reconsider. So all I'm sensing here is the EPA to have a sit down with the company, to have a sit down with the community dwellers, just to sit on the round table and discuss exactly what this is going to go. If there is any possibility to still have this company operate in the two communities or within the two communities while you still implement your policy, I think you should go in for it. If there is no possibility,
Mhm.
you communicate that. The community dwellers will definitely listen, and I'm sure they will understand at the end of the day. But it should not be hasty.
Because at the end of the
It
day,
should not be hasty.
at the end of the day,
The people will be there without jobs. They will be there struggling again,
if
and it goes back to the government of Liberia to provide jobs.
that's correct. So,
So-
if the community is saying we can work with the company to ensure that the environment will not be affected, it's better you work with the community.
And
Because
one thing, Oliver,
Uh-huh.
right? if the community is saying, or the two communities, if they are saying we can work with this company
Good.
to save the environment,
Mhm.
go back there, listen to them. And you can also give a condition,
Because
if you do not do what you're promising to
Good.
do, we will shut them down.
Because if you do not listen to the community, the community themselves may decide to do the environmental degradation.
Yeah,
For example, if you took a company to a community to go and dig sand,
yeah,
and for some reason the community, the EPA say, look, the company will not be digging sand anymore, we shut the company down.
the community.
The community will say, look, you know what? We think we can manage to work with the company in such a way that while the digging the sand will not be affecting our community. If you go there and you see the possibility of what they are saying,
Work it out.
allow them to work out. But when you say I'm the government, we say even though it's possible, but we're not letting them come back. When you leave, the community people themselves will take you
They'll go dig
and
their own
shower. They
sand.
themselves will go dig their own sand.
Yeah.
And the thing the thing you're trying to prevent now, it will be
going to
uncontrollable. So if the communities in that Johnsonville area, if they are willing to work with the Environmental Protection Agency in such a way that the company will operate in line with environmental standards, you look at it, you're the government, work around it and see what's possible. Because if you do not do it, they've seen community will start violating the thing, and that one for you to control it will be
It's
hard.
hard.
Because you do not know who's operating. At least the one you can know that Alexa company, you can go straight there and shut the company down. But if you allow the community people get involved, I mean, they could undermine the whole stuff, and you may not have control over it.
No
But
one want to say my friend is doing this because they're all doing the same thing.
but that's why it is, and so I mean, these are all topics that are, I mean, things that are happening in the country. You know, we've been off the radio for a long time, so we're trying to touch base on every little thing. The main conversation today is what Alexa has in her hands. The Speaker of our House of Representatives went to work and met some of our partners.
Mhm.
The Speaker is asking the partners, and that's how I read the whole story. I hope you'll be able to get it.
Yeah.
He's asking the people to help our legislature with microphone machine to do voting, so they can be voting in bucket in the legislature again, so they can be voting in donor bucket. He asking them for Alexa will read the whole story. You go read the story, Alexa.
Okay.
No, but I mean, it is funny. It is. I mean, this is no way we're going to polish it.
Yeah.
That legislature, each representative and senator can receive $45,000 every 3 years for car.
Don't jump the gun.
And you asking people, let's read the story.
Okay, so
And you asking people I mean, to help you so you can be voting in donor bucket. I mean, what sense does that make? But read the story, Alexa. Alexa will read the story. Take your time and listen to her.
So this story is from the Daily Observer newspaper, and it's today's publication. Yeah. So it says, Speaker wants Capitol digitized. Says they are operating in the 21st century with 20th century tools. And this is by David A. Yates. So it says, House Speaker Richard Nambekon has issued a strong call to Liberia's international partners to support the urgent digitization of the country's legislative infrastructure, citing outdated systems that hinder transparency, efficiency, and democratic functionality.
Okay.
Addressing a high-level diplomatic engagement over the weekend in Monrovia, Speaker Cohn painted a stark picture of the current state of the legislature's operations, highlighting the absence of basic tools such as a functional microphones. I see.
Okay, so Alexa, please go back. Take your time and read the story. Go back to this paragraph.
Addressing a high-level diplomatic engagement over the weekend in Monrovia, Speaker Cohn painted a stark picture of the current state of the legislature's operations.
So the speaker was addressing a high-level
diplomatic
group of people, and he was telling them that the legislature is now operating in the 21st century like they're in the 20th century.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Highlighting the absence of basic tools such as a functional microphone system.
The speaker is telling the partners, our Europeans, Americans, and other people, that look, our people then we're telling you, they are our legislature. When Jean Colette hold the microphone, he can take it and give it to Abu Kamara. Abu Kamara take the microphone and carry it to Alexander Paul. We can be holding the microphone from one hand to the other. People passing around. Each lawmaker supposed to get one microphone to their mouth. But we can be passing around with the microphone from hand to hand. That's what Richard Kuhn was telling our partners. Go ahead.
Digitized voting records and a public-facing website for citizens to access legislative information.
Good. So Richard Kuhn was telling Speaker Kuhn was telling the partners that they are all legislature here. We not get Google microphone. We passing microphone from hand to hand. Then secondly,
voting records, a digitized.
We need a digital voting record where if Representative Alexa choose to vote on a particular legislation, by the time she press a pim, it will show that Alexa vote against same-sex marriage. The record will show automatically. You can go to the Legislative Information Service and request for a copy of the voting records for that session day, and all of those who voted, the electronic copy will be presented. Electronic system, software. Richard Kuhn begging for it on behalf of the Liberian legislature, begging other people to what they call it. What the next one? What the next one they're talking about?
Talked about website for citizens to access legislative information.
To build website. Freedom Radio Library has a website.
I'm awful.
The money we're operating here, even really good $3,000-4,000 per month. And we got website. We even operating $3,000-4,000 US per month. We got website. Small businesses in Monrovia got website. The speaker is asking partners for legislator to have a functional website. Then you talk about article electronic voting system.
Yeah.
Do we need the partners to help 103 members to start voting in donor bucket? The last time they were doing speaker election, they were voting in donor bucket. Do we need that? To be voting in donor bucket? Do we need it? I mean, read the thing he was begging for. Read Smile.
I should go back.
Go back to it at the main topic.
Okay.
The main thing the man was begging for. Go back to it. Addressing
a high-level diplomatic engagement over the weekend in Monrovia.
Good.
Speaker Kuhn painted a stark picture of the current state of the legislature's operations.
Diplomatic people sitting now, they're listening to our speaker. Speaker can tell what the legislature got in mind. Yeah, let's go.
Highlighting the absence of basic tools such as a functional microphone system.
We don't get microphone, Mr. American Ambassador, EU, we got microphone. We don't get microphone. When people take the microphone and give it to Clarin got take it and give it to. Can you imagine? Microphone? To run microphone in that legislature, I mean that entire chamber of the Senate and the House of Representatives. Where if I wake up and say, Oliver Khan, Representative Khan, I put my hand on the record now, I just press the button, pop, my microphone open, and I start talking. How long does it take? Look at the budget of the legislature. You go beg for microphone? I see why the people don't take Liberia seriously. I see why these partners don't take us serious. You go sit on a diplomatic engagement, you go beg for microphone? You go tell people to give you electronic voting system? You spend $45,000 on each representative every 3 years. Answer 6 years. Every 3 years, each lawmaker got $45,000 for car. $45,000, you take it to China, it can give you an electronic system that can do voting for you in a legislature. Just one lawmaker car in 3 years' time can set up a system from China or somewhere else in a legislature. Well, when they say time of voting, the software, everybody can just go on their telephone and use the software and vote.
And it will definitely reflect on.
And it will reflect on the general system. And we can go on the website and download the record accounts. We can go and download, how that decision was made. Do we need to do that? Do we need to beg our partners to settle that thing for us? We ain't got basic material, basic tools like microphone
website
to set up microphone to the legislator. Set up microphone. The deputy speaker got 2 microphones facing to them. The clerical staff, all the secretariat, the chief clerk, deputy chief clerk, all the other people from the clerk office, they too got their own microphones, facing them. And you will have 68 other microphones attached to each of the lawmakers. Something. It's not difficult. How long does it take That will not tell you more than 300,000 US dollars if you not want steal. Hello? If you not want steal as a legislature, if you don't want to steal money, it will not take you more than $300,000 to find a digital microphone system at that legislature. Every single seat we get a small microphone pointing to it. How long does that? I mean, how long will it take? You just need few of the servers. I mean, you just need a whole studio system set up at the back of the chamber, and you run the different wires. Just one click, the main microphone will open. No need for people to be passing around with microphone in their hands. And that's how you can find somebody with a microphone. When you ready to talk, they carry the microphone to you. When you finish talking, the person walk. That person walking around, not lawmaker, but the lady staff.
Yeah.
When you finish walk and carry to where DJ Blue, who said now where in the corner?
More like you have an usher in the church.
Yeah. When you get usher in the church, say fight down visitor.
Yeah.
So when you stand inside my name, let's have Vanya Collie. I was invited by the Holy Spirit. And the usher take the microphone and carry the man way behind. My name Austin Kawa. I let smoking being, but today I come to church. Then you tell the microphone again. You carry the other side. My name win that name there. I don't like coming to church, but that Esther brought me here. That's what you're going to do in the house. You get a chance to go and meet partners to discuss crucial issues in the country. And you go tell them, say, you got a microphone? Do you know how much money you're spoiling at the legislature? In 3 years' time, you get $45,000 to one lawmaker. Each lawmaker is receiving $45,000 in 3 years' time to buy, how you call it, in car.
And imagine the people who were part of the international diplomatic,
Yeah.
Wow.
Imagine the diplomatic partners themselves. They were
like, wow. Are you serious?
Are these people drunk? Hey, not because people are diplomats, but people give me cussing in the heart. Are these people drunk?
But you cannot say it out loud because
I mean the diplomats will not say it, but they were like, are these people for real? I mean, is the guy who's talking to is this speaker okay? You begging us for microphones when we know your budget, when we know the budget of the legislature? Do you know how much that legislature is making every budget year?
Wow.
Do you know how much they're making? Huh? The gasoline alone for each lawmaker to go to work. 3 more gasoline, it can modernize that legislature. 3 more gasoline that you spending. Do you have to go begging for microphone, for website, must set up website? Look at small businesses in the country got website. Alexa, small businesses in the country got website.
They're also asking for logistical support.
But everything, everything.
They're asking also to have.
Look, go read it. Read it. They're asking for.
Oh my God!
When the contract, when the contract go to negotiate, if you have the space to meet these partners, you don't go taking bagbati things to them. I mean, these are bagbati things. These are bagbati things. Nobody will take it serious when you go running to them with the kind of funny thing. Unless you have the opportunity to go and meet the president of the country.
No, simply but I'm cream.
There you go, the president.
Wow.
Yeah, the president. Last night, what to the hall? Then the level to my hall in the front with the level boss. So he can tell Mama baby to be give me one level. Are you kidding?
You're not serious.
Yeah.
One bit you're not serious.
Yeah. You have the chance to meet the president.
You have the chance to.
I remember one day I had the chance to be close to the president. We are. And somebody came and he asking someone a question. I'm not going to give the details so that the person cannot be exposed. But when you hear the men were talking, I look at him and say, I look at the guy and say, something wrong with you. The president of a country is asking you a question and you explain it. Tabata. Huh? You go meet partners, head of the legislature.
Not just any partners.
Diplomatic partners. People from the U.S. Embassy and other places.
Have the United Nations officials.
Yeah.
Have representatives from major diplomatic missions, including the U.S. Embassy.
The embassy, all the places. You got the people setting.
Chinese embassy,
all the people setting. Instead of you asking, then you go tell them, and we go microphone. Our microphone are called when Jim collect finish talking, then we can pass to DJ Blue. Come on. You have the chance to go and present the country's case.
And that
A
is
case of the
that's-
first branch of government. The only thing you go to war.
you know, this just reminds me. I remember, I don't know when, by then we had the 54th legislature, right? And then they were on a discussion the other time, and they talked about breastfeeding mothers. That was like one of the discussions they had to talk about. You know, like the money will be given at your entity on just says money. We had to pass that thing. It was really crazy to me.
Oh yeah.
Because you have a lot of pressing issues in Liberia. You have a lot of different critical, discussions every now and then. Liberians are complaining, Liberians are struggling, or Liberians are just concerned about what's happening when it comes to governance.
Okay.
And then you have serious people who fought to get a speakership because Rachel couldn't fought by way for the thing.
Oh no, they were.
Exactly. So you cannot have international partners, diplomatic partners, and then they're there. Present your case as the speaker of the 55th legislature of the Republic of Liberia, and you are telling your partners that the legislature needs microphones, they need website.
Yeah, website.
Like, are you saying you're unable to actually work to have those things done? Because one would think that if a person is really desperate to occupy a certain position or whatever, you know exactly what you want to do. You want to leave a legacy. You want to change.
The thing is,
different things are happening.
The thing is,
to tell the people and say one microphone, oh my God.
These people, look, and the very people you're talking to, they have access to the budget.
We're not serious.
These same people you're talking to, they have access to the budget. They know how much in dollars and cents that you are allocating onto yourself to run the legislature. They know you, Rachel, couldn't know how much gasoline you're getting as speaker. They know how much gasoline you're getting. They know the quality of cars that you have in your convoy. They know how much. So that, look, stop making Liberia to be a blind and crippled country.
No.
You're making Liberia to be a welfare state.
Like a charity will run.
I agree. The country is in need of other things. But when you reach to a point where you are engaging with these partners,
especially
you don't go take
especially being the speaker, Oliver.
Yeah,
that is not a small position.
The third most powerful person in the country. Then you go to present Liberia case. Then you go big for microphone website.
Even if you have a good intention,
electronic voting
board,
voting system, that people gotta tell you to stop voting in donor bucket to the legislature. No, but that donor bucket, the voter for Roger Cohen, or the election that brought Roger Cohen to power, the legitimate election, that donor bucket.
You can even buy
that donor bucket
microphone in this town. I don't even know how to say it.
But
microphone.
This thing is.
You could just sit right here and other microphones. They will be right here in Liberia in the next few days, or I don't know how many days.
Elesa, I don't need to travel out of the country. I can come right here. I can come right here, Benz Street, Rana Street.
They have microphones all there.
We can buy a microphone right here. We will get these cables. How many microphones in the studio? That we 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we got some more that we can still install if we want to install them here. It's that simple. Get enough cables. When you get the cables, use your cable channels. Run the cable channel on the seat. You can take a whole week. When the horse go for break, you take a whole week. You bring the technician. They will set it up. One person will just sit down in their control room. We'll sit down in the control room down there. And by the
once
time
you're in session, the technical guys are there operating exactly. Microphones are on.
They will arrange the microphone in such a way that every seat will have a switch. When you press it, pump on. You press it down, off. So when you ready to talk, you press it. By then the speaker recognizes you, press it, pump, it come on. You sit down in your seat, you talk. Mr. Speaker, I do not think that you should be going to Simenko every day and be begging for cement. It's not good. Mr. Speaker, what were your car doing to Simenko this morning? So Mr. Speaker, when statement made in the chamber, no lawmaker will be responsible.
Oh yeah. So
you can just take out your microphone and just press the pump. Mr. Speaker, you are the first speaker to win election. Speaker say election, and you put billboard all over your district congratulating you as a speaker. Mr. Speaker, is not right. You say, hey, my man, shut up. Like shut up. You're not supposed to talk. You call your microphone. That's simple, easier. You don't need to go begging around for microphone. You are reducing the image of our country.
But this is serious.
This is really serious. They want not politics, or they want you reducing the country to the group was a Fidija. That's why you're reducing the country to. How you go beg for microphone? And I understand that somewhere around 2014, other, in the past, the same legislature had discussion with other group of people again to they call it the modernization plan. You don't need partners to help you modernize that legislature. The Chinese built a whole annex for the House of Representatives, and they also built another annex for the House. For the Senate. The Chinese built 2 annexes for you. They must go pull.
You were asking the Chinese embassy to also help.
How we used to say the thing when we're coming out was small. They gave you. How do you say?
I'm talking.
I will not say. But that how you want to do it now? That how you want to do it? The partners, the Chinese embassy that were in a meeting that the Chinese government built those annexes at the legislature.
Let me say this, huh?
They gave you one more, they gave you the room.
You know how to say it already. So what you're making me to say?
No, but why Rachel couldn't want to do? The Chinese built the 2 annexes at the legislature. They gave you one more, they gave you the room. What's that?
The legislature just had a dramatic experience in the last few months.
Few months ago, you were giving $15,000 to remove speaker. They put no other records.
And in that moment, or in those months, or during those months, everybody watched, whether from afar or from near. Everybody watched exactly what happened. Everybody saw how lawmakers, talked about the amount of cash being circulated amongst themselves, just to have a particular side to say, this is my side.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that happen here for months. The same lawmakers who were majority lawmakers, they were lodging at a hotel for more than a week. They were not there for free. They had money, and all those different things. The international partners read different news stories, listened to different broadcast news being reported. Internationally, people saw exactly what happened in Liberia. Nationally, people saw exactly what happened in Liberia. And today, we have you, Reggie Kun, as the speaker legitimately now, because you went to election and you won your election. So of course, you are the Speaker of the House of Legislature, the 55th, right? You are that. Legitimately, you are. So everyone will expect that you will have graduated, I'm sorry for this, from the childishness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone would have actually thought that now, no, Reggie Kun is done with that. What he was on was dramatic, and he's done because now he's the speaker.
How do you go beg for
You
microphone?
cannot be a serious speaker after fighting to have that position for months. After puppeting to occupy that position for months, now you have it. You cannot go to have a meeting with international diplomats
and you go beg for microphone,
and you dare saying, "Oh, we not get microphones." In as much as we are in the 21st century, it is more like we're in the 20th century. No,
look,
there's a speaker.
Set 2 of the cars in your combo and buy microphone.
For you are living in the 20th century, because as a responsible person, as a person who understands exactly what priorities are.
When we're talking, you say we're doing politics, but it's not politics.
What international dignity is. You will go there and present a case.
Be hell of a country that
will highlight the different priority issues in Liberia that are to be prioritized when you want to get support from your international partners. But you are saying
website.
They should help you.
They should build a website for you
to work on website.
Every 3 years, each lawmaker down there is receiving $45,000 for car. Then they must build a website for you.
You cannot do that.
And let's have $45,000 can build a website for that legislature.
Now, plenty of money.
What kind of information they can keep down there so much?
Plenty of money for website. 45,000.
You will not even spend.
That's a lot for website.
You will not even spend more than $5,000 to host any information that the legislature wants to keep on that website. You will not even spend more than $5,000 to maintain it per year.
So as
that I think the Chinese go help you with.
The simple thing I can say, the simple thing I can say right now, Reggie Kun, I don't know if you forget what Regine speak up. This is
no, it is shameful.
This is shameful. this is not necessary. You shouldn't have said. I don't know who is your advisor.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly
microphone
who is.
modernization.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Who will go do modernization? Modernization. You 90,000 naira. That what each representative receiving in 6 years time for cars. 90,000 naira can put microphone in a place. One lawmaker money when you receiving for cars can put good microphone in a place.
You could use some of the money.
73 microphones in China, and that's like the thing that we're costing $45, $50. Even when you spend $100 for a microphone, and that's like, if you spend $100, which of course no microphone in China, that will be $100.
No.
You see it?
And you're buying these things in bulk.
In bulk.
So definitely you will have discount.
China
because it's like wholesale, retail, and all that.
100.
So you will have discount.
$100.
100%.
That's 73 lawmakers, right?
And you would even pay to ship it.
I come in, let's say 73 lawmakers.
So
73 lawmakers, then you say maybe the clerical staff add 10 to them. You know, the chief clerk, deputy chief clerk, all the other one at 10. Then they stand when they call you to come swear. I do solemnly swear that all the liar, God will forgive me. And you know that people go swear. Yeah. You know, so let's assume you adding about 15 to 73. 72 plus that's 72 lawmaker. That's 73. 73 plus 15. 88. 88 times 100. Come on, $8,800.
That money still will reduce, yeah. Because
what I'm saying, in China, you get real sizable microphone. Those small microphone you can point it out. The market in China, you can get some for almost $60-$70.
But wait,
not even $100.
You have lawmakers who go to ECOWAS.
Yeah.
You have lawmakers who've been to Sierra Leone. Richard was in Sierra Leone quite recently.
The people are passing with microphone from hand to hand there.
If you have visited the House of Legislature or the Parliament, as they call that,
they don't even need more than $150,000.
They already have everything there built in.
They don't need more than $100,000.
You have your microphone,
and we just the calculation at the rate of $100.
So I don't know.
Assuming that 83 microphones they were used to the House of Representatives, 73 lawmakers plus 15 extra. You know, different clerical staff. Alexa, 8,800 did the calculation.
We're looking at because I'm begging for the thing.
No, but I mean, no.
Because I mean,
let me tell you something. The last time again I saw the U.S. embassy went to one of the barracks and they go dedicate hand pump. No, it is not funny. It is not funny. Other countries around the world. Like the U.S. government, do you know how much the U.S. government is giving Israel in military aid, and not Israel, but Egypt in military aid and agricultural incentives? The people will treat you the way you treat yourself. There is a tendency in this country to say when you put yourself in tomato cup, they will dish you up with broomstick. That's why we're discouraging Richard Kunen to stop doing. When you go to the negotiations, don't go carry pepper color conversation there. Don't go carry people conversation. America can be giving Egypt billions of dollars, and you read the news. Alexa, U.S. embassy dedicated hand pump at the barrier. They will tell you. You'll see the news. Hand pump.
We have to be responsible. We have to be serious.
When our leaders go to negotiate, they should negotiate in form and manner in which that will be befitting to the country. And not people conversation. You go pay for microphone. Not more than 100,000 will give you a modernized. How they call? Give me 100,000. I will supply that play with how you call it thing with modern microphones. Give me 100,000 modern microphones. You don't need more than 50,000 to set up a functional website for that. That's just because they can want steal. That's why whole day they will create the bottleneck and make things appear like it's difficult to achieve when it's just easy. How much do you need to have a functional chamber? With each lawmaker having a microphone plus the clerical staff, how much do you need? That you go sit down before the Chinese and the American go tell and say, with that microphone we not get. But July 27th, go sit down a certain pavilion and be saying that, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, like right at 107 is what kind of years of age? Independent country, what Jerome begging for microphone.
This year will be 178. So
it's shameful. I don't even gotta be calling it.
No, but Oliver,
isn't it? So I mean, you don't do that. We're gonna be going to the lines on there. Let me end.
For me, I'm disappointed. I am as a Liberian. I am disappointed because we have our leaders to actually present cases of priority.
You go represent like bro, you go do that kind of thing.
If you are seeking help, if you are seeking assistance from international partners, you need to know what to say, how to say what to say, because the way you present yourself, we usually say this thing about dress to impress. You're not saying dress to impress because you just want to dress now. Based on how you are and how you're presented, that's how people take you seriously.
Yeah.
You cannot be a speaker.
You go to the negotiation,
representing a whole body. And then you go there to have a meeting, and then you're telling people, hey, this is no. The people I'm at a loss for words. Yeah.
That microphone.
But this
Mr. Ambassador, we get microphone to the legislature.
Funny. And I'm sure when the people go there having just their conversations, that's off meeting grounds and all that, they will be discussing like, is this guy really serious?
No, it's like it's
Liberia a serious
country. Are Liberians correct?
Are we really okay?
Yeah, they'll be asking
they will
questions.
ask all the different questions because this is not necessary.
Yeah.
Whether your intention is okay or not, you should you could start.
What kind of okay? That's a missed priority.
No, Oliver, here's the thing, huh? Let's say Rachel Kuhn won't replace all the things in the house. That one okay.
You can do it from your budget.
That's what I'm saying.
From the legislature budget, you can do it.
You don't have to take this.
Those are not things that we need partners to help us with.
International partners.
You telling the Chinese man, say the Chinese man finish calculating. Hey, that's when the three lawmakers can pay for microphone.
Doesn't make sense.
Microphone in Queen John. In the Chinese cities, $50, $40. They maybe calculate about. Come on, what is this? What is this?
Doesn't make sense, yo.
I mean, you don't do that to the country. When you go to represent our country, you represent all of us. If I would have been at that meeting, I wouldn't have had that on my list.
So, Mr. Speaker,
and so when you are our speaker and you go to the kind of negotiation, you don't go to the negotiation with Pepe Kalatine. That's in a Pepe Kalatine. You go present down there. That's what I said. You go, like, you get a chance to meet the president of a country.
You telling the message of labor boss.
Last year, I was sitting down in front of the hall, the current king. Current was too high, blow the level and all, and I get money now. So that level of the president who you may never see again. And here you go talk about level of Benin. Huh? Go meet the Chinese people. You know what I mean? They'll have the Chinese and Americans at a particular hall to get Chinese and Americans under one roof. Alexa, you got Chinese and Americans under one roof. Do you know what it is? You know what it is?
You also had.
You're the speaker. You are speaking on behalf of the legislature, and
you also had Europeans, South Africans.
Thank you. The legislature is a place. Is a place that is housing the Liberian people's representatives. Mm-hmm. So whatever you say there, you are saying it on behalf of the Liberian people.
We did not send them.
You go to a gathering where the Americans are, the Chinese are sitting, the Europeans are there, the Asians are there, the Arabs are there, the Pan-Africanists, they're seated. What do you go to that kind of conversation with? So look, Mr. Ambassador, our government has been able to do some how you call this thing, appropriations in the budget to go towards rural and other infrastructure development. We've been able to work around the budget as a legislature to put this amount into energy, to put this into rural construction. But we believe that our internal revenue generating capacity is not that strong to meet up with the pressing need of our infrastructure deficit. And so, like you, Mr. Ambassador, China, we appreciate what you were able to do under the Johnson-Sully administration. To do the federal campus, the Ministry of Health renovation. Ministerial complex. We appreciate what you did under that era. We appreciate the fact that you committed to, during the WIA administration, to do the overhead bridges. But right now we have a challenging situation with the coastal highway. If you could do between Buchanan to Cestos, I mean that would be good. I mean the Chinese, and they go to the Americans. Hello. Y'all.
We're already traditional allies.
Yeah, we're traditional allies. We're not telling y'all to go bomb Iran. Is the same way how you're doing it, but what we're not telling y'all. I mean, yes, that's why you go with real. These are things that will affect the people who you represent. These are things that will affect the people who you represent. You get Chinese and Americans in the hall. Look, when you have the Chinese and American in the hall together, Alexa, whatever you have said to the Chinese, the Americans see it as a challenge to them.
Because everybody wants to prove
In that kind
supremacy.
of gathering, everybody wants.
If Oliver is giving 10,000
Oh, yes.
as an American,
Yes,
China want to give
there
more
will
than
be
that
competition.
to prove for point. Yeah.
But the first thing when you go be on microphone,
People say,
people say, wow,
What kind of funny people here?
what kind of nyama yasu? Eh?
And let me speak now.
Yeah.
Since they are going there to speak on
Yeah.
behalf of Liberians,
Yeah.
the fact that you have Richard Kun as a lawmaker before becoming speaker, he represents
The whole
a
country.
huge number
Mhm.
of people.
Yeah.
So going there to represent the entire legislature, it says he is representing Liberians.
The whole country.
On behalf of Liberians, we did not send them. We did not send him.
We send them.
No, we did not send him to ask for a microphone. We not send him.
The fact that he speaker, he went there.
So that thing was saying
he misrepresented.
he misrepresented
Also,
Liberians.
we say him.
We didn't send him to say that.
Thank you. We send him, but we tell him to go beg for
We
microphone.
didn't send him to say that.
So you see how disgraceful it is
We
now.
sent him to say something
You
else.
see how disgraceful it is that the citizens themselves will be. Look,
because even as Liberians, we're not international diplomats or whatever. As Liberians, we know how much they take to get vehicles. So we know that they can use that same money to actually equip the entire House of Legislature where they host their sessions and all that.
Yeah.
So we know they have money to do so.
Uh-huh.
So we did not send them to represent us in saying the name microphone,
No,
the name website,
no.
you know, or digital, you know, voting board and all that. We did not send him to say that.
Build website.
So this is really disappointing.
So build website for the
You
legislature.
don't need much.
How much?
You have different businesses in Liberia that have websites.
No. Do it.
Different businesses.
During the speaker crisis, we had the legislature, Alexa. Go to the lines. The how you call this thing? Department of Communications, and I think several other departments had brand new cars given to them. They were purchasing brand new cars. I mean, these vehicles, each of them would not cost less than $40,000. They go big for website.
Even
Except you won't steal, but to build website will not cost you more. Except you won't steal, but to put microphone in our legislature will not cost you anything. I mean, as per the government stream, I say ordinary human being. But I mean, when they say government won't put microphone in the hall, except you won't steal more money now. But to do the business the real way how it's supposed to be, without inflating prices, it will not cost you anything. You don't have to go to those kind of gatherings to go talk to. We say anything so that y'all will not repeat that mistake again. That's what we say.
go ask for label.
So that another opportunity will not come, and you go to negotiate for the country. You start talking about what things.
Say, the Capitol building got burned, so we want label.
No,
Wire. Nah, we don't want it.
You don't have to go to.
We don't want it.
Look, when you go to represent the legislature, you're not only going to negotiate on what is happening up that Capitol Hill. You are the representation of the Liberian people.
You're representing about 5
There
million
are issues.
Liberians.
Look, go to the Chinese.
About 5 million Liberians.
Look, Mr. Chinese.
You're not there representing yourself and your family.
No, not even your
You're
staff of that hill.
representing about 5 million Liberian people.
Tell the Chinese, look, I mean, Mr. Chinese ambassador, I mean, we appreciate all of what you've been doing for this country. Right now, I think the road deficit that we have, it is no longer going to be sustainable.
We need your
with
intervention.
with all of these grants and other stuff. We need that bilateral cooperation between our two countries. Maybe your companies will come here, do our roads. We set up the toll system. We at the legislature can develop that legal framework, or better still, pass into law.
Different clauses.
A bill that will see most of our highways having toll gate system. That after your companies will come here and build the roads, I mean, the road users will start to pay towards, the road construction through the toll gate system. For us at the legislature, we are committed to ensuring that we pass that law, but we will need your commitment as the Chinese government, to bring your companies that we do not have the money. Just come and build the roads. We run into the arrangement, and we can set up those are things you take to the table. Those are things you take to the table. He turned to the American ambassador and said, "Hello, Mr. Ambassador. I mean, we're thankful for what you've been doing for the AFL. Yeah, we appreciate what you've been doing with the AFL. National Elections Commission. America has been our partner. But we think, owing to the fact that there is this global situation happening with security here and there, the region is now, involved with too many things. Burkina Faso, the other rule, Guinea, this. We think we need to build the capacity of our military, the capacity of our joint security, and all that thing. You go to that one. The minute can provide help, assistance, and all that thing.
But no, our speaker left
everything.
He left
everything. He left it. He go big for microphone.
He said, "I am going to ask for
microphone and for him to build a website for us,
and digital voting boards, because we need these things.
Yeah.
We cannot be in the 21st century and live as though we're in the 20th century."
Let Renee see here.
Oh my God.
Let Renee see here. The Chinese have the real network, the system. The Chinese can do a whole train business here for us. From Monrovia all the way to Kipama, they can build train track.
Our speaker is not thinking.
They can put their trains on the train track and they do business here. And everything will go beg these people for. Go and tell us, look, Mr. Chinese ambassador, I know there are plenty of your Chinese, billionaires in China. We can work out the modality. We can set up the concession in such a way that they will come here, build their train tracks here, bring their train. We can run goods and services from Cape Palmas all the way to Cape Mount. I mean, they do the business. Elisa, if train running Maryland, I will not use car. Because in less than 5 hours, I sit in Plibo on the train. On the train, in less than 2-3 hours, I in Plibo. Why will I go doing car? Why will I go spend, 1 day, 2 days on the road? No, I'm not going to do that. That's a whole business. That's a whole business. When you go to that kind of negotiation, you think big. You take big things there. You don't go pay for people color and such as.
You go and make the case of people.
You can make the case for the go make case for the people. You go pay for microphone.
I said something.
You go pay for the one.
I said something.
Let me go ask the librarian.
We're in June now, right?
Yeah.
So when they had that whole saga of capital, I said something about having a certain personality and having charisma. So if you possess,
I won't be speaker. The main speaker now.
Exactly.
You go pay for Mark.
And when I'm saying personality, when you appear somewhere, people know that, oh no, the speaker is here.
Oh yeah.
When you speak,
I won't be speaker.
people know that a speaker is speaking. When you speak, people know that you're not here to make fun. No, you mean business.
Oh yeah.
You're not joking. You're not a joker. You're not a comedian. But the thing that happening now, I don't know if that comedy show will running or not.
Look. I mean, do you know what Liberia needs? Do you know how many things that we need
Liberia
right
needs
now as
a lot.
country? You know how many things that we
that
we need.
Liberia needs a lot.
Huh?
Microphones,
You go pay for
websites.
microphone?
That's not what Liberia needs.
Microphone?
That doesn't concern Liberians.
Huh? Microphone? He didn't even talk about he
It's okay.
I mean, how do you do that?
It's okay.
There's a man who representing our country.
Imagine if this speaker is going to go out of Liberia again, and then you have a debate. Everyone is there just presenting, different cases and the agendas in their country, like what your country want. More like it's a baiting process.
Yeah.
And then you have someone from Nigeria, you have someone from Sierra Leone.
No wonder why these people just keep building hand pumps in this country, and because our leaders go to this discussion with no vision,
and they don't even consult the people.
No vision. BB people that don't consult people to know what they
No. Listen. We have Rachel Kun as a lawmaker. He has his constituents, right? So as a lawmaker, as a leader, you should understand exactly the needs of your people
when they go to elections.
So when you go to different meetings, know exactly what your people want.
When these people go to elections, Alexa, they can tell the people what the people already need.
You telling somebody what they want,
they can be the
because if you're telling me what I want to hear,
when they are campaigning, they know all the problems of the country.
After they've won,
you got a job now. You go sit down.
They don't know what thing the people want.
You go sit down. You have that coming. No one know why the partners are treating us like this. Go and read how much America giving to other countries. Go and see what the Chinese are doing in other countries. Our leaders go to the negotiations
and then
they go carry paper color conversation there.
Next time they will say
that Chinese government will buy microphone for House of Representatives.
You can even get those microphones right here in Liberia.
That Chinese government will go buy microphone for you.
You can get technicians right here in Liberia to install. Their radio station will get a Liberian popo all the thing here.
Chinese people go do what they call? What they call for you? Man, how you guys be really getting the country like that?
Now comedy show running.
How you really getting the country like that?
Like,
And when you go to the say that politics, not politics.
how is this?
We are
politics?
saying that thing over and over so that it can hear you.
How is
So that
this
the next time you
politics?
go to negotiate, you
will know what to
you will
say.
know what to say.
Mhm.
How you go your serious conversation. You don't get the problem affecting the country.
And it's because you're hosting.
You can tell we need microphone. When you hosting regional
Mano River, whatever.
you hosting regional parliamentary conference.
So
That's what the Chinese will buy microphone for you. Go to your budget and buy microphones.
You have money.
You have money there. Go there and go
money.
buy microphones.
You have money.
Oh, we should bring the budget of the legislature outside. We should bring it out to know. We should bring it. I just told you 3 years time you are spending 45,000 each.
Sam, seriously, I agree. Would you our hats? Because
No, but you can do that, man.
imagine you go to a place where you have international debates.
You can do that.
And everyone is there debating exactly what the country wants or what is needed in the country, and then you have our speaker there. Hey, we need fun suit because we get another program to attend. So
one microphone. We'll build one website for all.
we need sewing machines.
We'll build website for you. We'll build website for you.
Number one, the website is a long time overdue.
Yeah.
We're not hearing about it because you're not putting in your office and begging other people for it.
No, but
Honestly, small.
look at
Then you come back to her
donut bucket. That why they go
to
vote.
tell us say you want website.
You
And international partners should help in that regard.
want to do election to the
It doesn't
legislature right
make
now.
any
You want to do
sense.
election to that cabinet building nana.
Now,
That donut bucket will use.
Fighting we can't agree.
Donut bucket.
Imagine.
Donut bucket. That why they using. I mean, the thing is shameful.
You know, Oliver, you have Richard Kuhn Bene. I know he's been ha.
But when
You know, okay, you have Richard Kuhn to say, hey, I want to be speaker. So one would think that before being ambitious, he already knew what he would do. So if you see what man, you can finish putting that microphone down there, already in the news that it was talking about now.
the truth is, Labrador problem. Labrador problem
I
is
mean-
very simple, and we'll say this. Look, thank God we are resuming.
It's too funny.
Thank God we are resuming work now. Let me say this. So the country got money.
Of course.
The reason Liberians, especially our leaders, always present this country to be so poor also there
Oh, not get money.
is because the little money we are generating through taxes,
Misused.
they want to steal that money and use that money to do plenty girlfriend bene, plenty liquor bene, plenty traveling, plenty unnecessary things that what they want to use the money for. Then the real money that's want to build the country, then they go sit down outside and add a children where parent die and be begging for aid.
So we're all
That's what they want to do, yeah. That's what they want to do. See some of the look at the money what Donald Trump was costing Labrador for 1.5 million. It's for voter, how do you say voter intelligence?
yeah.
So kind of thing. I think what how they call Elon Musk. 1.5 million Donald Trump starting the warehouse and man costing the whole country.
So what is that?
What is that? Voter intelligence in cancer aid. 1.5 million. We were depending on America to get 1.5 million for voter intelligence. What kind of thing through that USAID program? When you go look at our budget, they get foreign means of travel, foreign incidental travel allowance. They get incidental allowance. Then they get allowance. Yeah.
Nice.
Go read the budget and see repetition of lines.
You have something for entertainment and all.
Go read the budget. They get foreign travel, foreign means of travel. Then they get foreign incidental travel. Look, the country is cursed. You spoil your own money you generating through taxes. You spoil it on unnecessary budget lines. Then you go outside to go beg for small thing, thinking that the partners can read. The partners see your budget. They know how much in your budget. They know how much you're spending on other things. Then you go beg them for paper color. They just look at you and laugh. They treat you as a paper color country.
And I bet God you want.
Yeah, they treat you as a paper color country. That's why Egypt then getting billions of dollars in foreign aid from America and other places. Labrador getting hand pump to BDC Barrick and Sheffling. Let's go take calls on Fini Ukan. Yeah, let's go take our break with Fini Ukan take calls. You stop giving her a hard time in the country.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you stop giving her a hard time in the country. If you're not prepared to run the country, if you do your thing in the corner, you don't put it in the news.
Just forget about
No, that one will be better. Yeah, let's say that one. Okay. If you guys will not be doing the right thing for the country, don't put it in the news. It better you do your thing behind the scene. Disgrace us behind the scene. Nobody will know about it. Okay. But to put it in the news, Ele rub it in your face and we're not lie slide. We're not lying. I got take break. We'll finish. Come out. Go take.
Not tough on it. Saying go say no like me business.
Go take call. Your bar microphone.
Bringing safety to your door. Ground stop, stopping ground and make it peace for them before. Ground stop Liberia. From the center to interior. Ground stop, keeping us safe. Let's stop it for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety.
Okay, Crime Stoppers, the people bringing safety to your land. Call us on 086 500 104 0776 104 104 to be a part of the conversation. There are a few topics we were able to talk about. Again, be reminded that we are being told that Mr. What is his name? Mr. Kofa, Christian Kofa, it is alleged that Kofa is being how you call this thing. Well, I see Representative Kamara, Representative Muka Kamara calling. Let's see whether he wants to participate on the platform. Honorable Kamara, do you want to participate on the show?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
We're great, and this is the lawmaker from District 14, Monserrato County. Go ahead. Your bossman, the presiding officer, went to a gallery and decided to beg for microphone. That microphone, Ben, you go talk down there.
Yeah, Honorable Khan and the Freedom FM, I just want to say thank you for all what you do in making sure that our leaders' feet are to the fire.
Okay.
In terms of doing the right thing so that Liberia, that we envision to be the best place, and so that we can get on the right track in terms of development and so forth and so on. So I just want to say thank you and keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you for what you do for Liberia.
So you support your speaker to go beg for microphones. Don't you guys have money in the budget to buy microphones? The lawmaker laughing. Oh. I'm asking. Yes, sir.
You know, like I said, this is brought in the public so that we especially the journalists, hear them be able to give the proper information to the Liberian people so that we know. And then as we keep talking about these things, Liberia will be a better place for all tomorrow. So, it's always important to find.
Oh my God!
Honorable Kamara did not answer as to whether you are in support or not.
You know that I met bossman. I remember
yeah,
that come out and say,
yeah.
You not can say my bossman me all shame. But I'm sure Honorable Kamara will call back. Let's go and talk to this person. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing? How are you, sir?
Representative, the speaker who read the book of Daniel that Tony was against him. Daniel really honor him as an accused speaker. Understand leadership. All confident to be a website where common schools have a website.
Yeah. Ordinary schools. Yeah.
Schools, businesses.
Yeah.
So, my husband is stand up better. Then you go, you got no goal, no preference, nothing.
Okay.
You got disgrace.
We leave it right there, my brother. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chief.
Okay. How are you, my dear brother?
We are trying, my dear brother. The speaker when he saw the American, the Chinese, the South African, and go beg them for microphone. What you say?
Thank you very much. Well, the benefit of the public or Angaro and Gino. And I'm following the same conversation as usual for my office on the car website, which is my comfortable ticket.
Go ahead.
Let me just thank you to you and your studio guests for always making sure to come on the staff to get the Nigerian people information that they need. As well as people over your program, it's one of the best places for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, for people over the woman, my radio want to listen to you. I want to tell Mr. Richard another thing.
Speaker Coon. You want that Speaker Kun? Oh, Speaker Kun. You met leave it loud. Elisa is not my guest. She's my
I'm not
co-host.
his guest.
Go ahead. 1 minute. How you doing?
Good evening. This is Melvin.
Melvin, go ahead. Melvin, let's hear you.
The next thing, I think you will not be surprised listening to the speaker asking for spoons to eat.
Seriously?
Impossible.
Seriously?
Impossible.
So yes, because most often they will go for lunch to eat. If somebody is
extra
happy with me
spoons.
here that it is fake because they are not listening to the audio. I believe it was fair. The next time I'm spoon who to go out for.
Oh, the message is fake because he listen to the audio. Laying by Daily Observer newspaper for today's
It's
edition.
on, yeah. Daily Observer newspaper, and the full story is on page 10.
Oh man, let him man buy Daily Observer newspaper, bro.
This is not directly reported by
Yeah, we leave you right there, my brother. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, how are you? How you doing? Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hello, sir. How are you? How you doing, Chief?
Yeah, I'm fine. This is Ambassador Becker Edwin, and I'm from here for the prioritization number 2.
Ambassador, go ahead, sir. Let's hear you. You heard all the conversation.
You try to make mention of few things, and I listen to your conversation, you Alexa. But let me tell you one thing. That this government is going to do well. This government is always doing well, and it will always continue to do well.
Nobody say the government will not do well. Nobody will say the government ain't doing well. Our
We're
issue
discussing
is
Rachel Kuhn
the
here.
speaker went to present liberal case and asked for a microphone in your own heart. Forget about politics. We political party you from. That microphone problem the country get. That the
But that's
conversation
what
we're
we're
having
talking
now.
about.
What
We're
do
not
you think we're talking
discussing
again? We talking government this and that. That is
You
we're talking.
listen.
But no, but what you talk about, you're going to tell her, take it. Well, the issue, let's be real, bro.
But we real, bro.
Listen.
That you don't want not real. We
Maybe you did not
real.
listen.
The issue here, Alexa, but we just have to keep it cool.
my man, you adding that speaker.
Please,
We'll leave it right there. Let's take the other person. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Hello?
Hello, sir. Go ahead,
my
Chief.
God.
Let's hear you.
Okay, same testimony, Jack. I'm tuning in from Paper Time.
The speaker is asking the Chinese and other people in a big gathering to buy microphone for them to open website for them too.
Actually, it's very much laughable because I've been listening to the conversation. You know, my brother, when you come to power with no plan, actually, that some of the things, these are some of the things that actually a leader will always do. You know, since being in Nigeria as a young man, on Chancellor Farm, Pelican, George, we are having or serving government, I've never seen a speaker that feeling winning the speakership to come on and put a sample on for people to celebrate.
No, that one a personal issue, but the one where you go.
No, it's not a personal issue. And you understand, to tell you that actually this guy, he was like anxious for power. This is why he called himself a regime speaker. On a serious note, how will you leave this country and go out of Nigeria to go talk on behalf of the Nigerians for something that would benefit the vast majority of the Nigerians? Then you go sit yourself somewhere and start begging for microphone and other stuff.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this is better. If the people who were talking, some of us, we knew that if we were not ready for business, we told our brothers and sisters, but actually they were like arguing with us. So I want to tell them, I want to use this time to tell them that if they're not ready for business, let them take their time and explain it to the unity Palestinians, because they are the ones that compare in the bunch of unserious people.
Okay, we leave it right there. Let's take the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you, sir? Go ahead.
Yeah, Oliver, how you doing? Let me say I like hi
Hello.
This is Edmond Carr.
Go ahead, Edmond.
In bed, I keep it on the fire to deliver.
Go ahead.
What the Unity Party of government are suffering from is that they don't have no agenda. They just came with this quote unquote rescue, and so they are lost track of everything that they need to do. It is cheap when it's advancing, and this is why we always brag. The CDP government will always boast that this was the biggest performing government in Nigerian history. And they will come, they will not
can just validate that. How dare you go sit before international partner when we have serious issue in the country? When I heard that reading today in the news, I was just talking about, they were talking about using money to digitalize the capital building. Now when he went to go beg the Chinese government to digitalize the capital building and give them microphone.
The plenty people were in the meeting. The plenty people were in the meeting. Plenty people were in the
U.S.
meeting.
embassy, you have the Swedish embassy, you have different embassies.
Children were protesting here. We went with digitalizing the Nigeria. We didn't go for the Chinese government. They are marking to go airport to do anything. Look at the money that you take just to buy a car, just to buy a vehicle. How much money do you use a day for your car and your phone for? How much can you raise it? That you go begging for microphone. Microphone, they can come to Freedom FM. They can raise money. They give it to you to buy. Now you go sit before our partner to ask them because they are visionless. That's all. They just want to get you the power. And, they put not doing well. We have come. They will be able to do well. But nothing. They lack the ability. Listen to that brother. See that brother poster.
Okay.
See his poster.
Thank you.
Listen to his voice. You see, look, the any leader that able to push the dictatorship for Nigeria.
We leave you right there. Thank you.
We are into the mess until 2029. Thank you.
We leave you right there, Edmond Carr. We leave you, Edmond. Let's talk to this person. Hello, how are you? How you doing? Go ahead.
We thank God for you that is back on your road. You're not well. We don't worry on you. So thank God that you fight to feel like we're well. So let me appreciate Eleza. Our thing because I'm happy to go you on the show. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. We leave you. Let's go and talk to our man from the U.S., J. Randy Dapper. Go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
We're great.
I just wanted to speak. I want to speak on two things quickly here. Number one, you and Alexa presented a very beautiful story on that EPA stuff, and I just wanted to take 1 minute to hit some points. What is happening over there is Burger promised to create jobs, and I think he's killing more jobs than creating one. The EPA situation, I explained, can only be put into one sentence, and that is the need to balance the solution to the shutdown with the community. Number one, the community need to ask for an independent auditor to audit what the EPA found as a non-compliance, and that will promote transparency.
Okay. And
then number two, if that independent auditing firm determine that there is a violation by the company, then they need to draw a 3 to 6 months plan to help mitigate the problem. The goal there is to keep the company operating while the people are working. And then while in a 3-month period, they can maintain the job. And then the fourth step is while that thing is going on, they need to work with the EPA, the company. The EPA need to work with the company, the people to monitor and track the plan the EPA put in place as a compliance. But to just shut something down like that, it makes no sense. Anywhere you go, business is what brings about money. You don't just shut things that EPA is not in the business of making profit. There's no way EPA make profit. EPA only work with companies to keep them in compliance so that they can pay them. Our government is not in the business of making profit. So you need to understand that. Now, when you come to Mr. Borka, Richard Kuhn look like a guy. Sometimes when you see people, look, when I came to America, I used to see some kind of interesting, nice. But sometimes when you go to see the man washing dishes, you come and say, look at it, shining at that, I'm a diesel washer. I didn't believe it. So you see, guy like Richard Kuhn look like somebody when you see from far, in the family, they got a big boy, well-educated, well-educated. But he proving to be a very insignificant guy for that role. What Richard Kuhn should have done is to first of all call on the facility team or the facility manager for the House of Representatives building and say, look, we need to upgrade our speakers here. You go and do your cost analysis benefit and see how much it will cost us to have the whole place wire where we cannot be sharing money.
That's correct.
As far as building the internet, as far as building the internet, if they have an IT department, he should be reaching out to the IT department and saying, I need a website here. Website is something for you can talk about again. Even the training in the fifth grade in our country, they know how to pay website. When you go to Chanibo, go add them personally. You can't do embarrassing, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
you know,
it is very, very, very.
But anyway, thank you for the show and you're welcome back, my brother.
Okay, thank you very much, Jerry Dapo from his base in the US. Let's go and talk to Man CC on the line. Go ahead, Man CC. Good evening.
Okay. How you my son?
We're great. Thank God.
That's one for your love. I tell you, hear your voice on the radio.
That's right.
Listen to my daughter.
Hello, Man CC.
Yeah, okay. It's a disgrace to our Liberian people. To see Richard Coon after this is so many dollars at the hotel. You know what I'm saying? These are at the hotel. To move one speaker at that time, you see your reduced speaker. Then you go outside there to tell people that they should give you microphone for your legislature. It's a disgrace to our country. They can't be taking that place. Your one car alone, like $45,000 US, $45,000 US for one car. Every time 2 or 3 years, if you can put out there to buy you one new brand car. Then you tell you can have a phone, microphone to put it over there. After you have money, will get $1,000 to vote for you as a speaker. We see your register, it's a disgrace. Okay, let government. I'm going nowhere. People are brought this problem in the calamity. We will go to it for the sake here. But let me call who will not get no investing ability. Nothing will show that if I will show what okay, that's what you want for legislature. You can't balance in that for who's going to pocket. You can't buy it. Don't let my son, don't let it. I'm funny. We don't let me call who. We don't big on and bullet him. We don't bullet cool. What you did was wrong.
Okay.
You did have money or killing women at fast and look at a hotel. Why women that pay there in a hotel? So they tell you to get you my food. You beg you for getting my phone for for what reason? Why did that our country? What made you speak up? What did you say yourself, baby? Maybe you got I want to be decent, to be up to 10, or they will burn up there before the public are selling to the people, whatever is decent for us. And then for going to jail for it. Then you go out and get your boost out.
No, we'll leave you right there. You can always support the team, man. We take that on your behalf. Let's talk to the last two callers. Then we call it a day on 87.9. This second to the last person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you, sir? Quickly.
I'm on the line trying to get out there.
Quickly, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I think the written number school and the people to be exposed to the outside world a bit. I listen to Master Ghana, who says Mr. Paul, 7,000 of people vote. Almost because football get people 7,000 to vote for him. You don't know Master G? Master G, you know, it's for you got a big party to the wall. Trying to fight you can't answer my call.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And I will involve back. I'll go begging for microphone. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the person. Hello, 1 minute. How are you? Hello? Okay, we will talk to the last caller, then we call it a day. We don't have the time. Go ahead, you the last caller, 30 seconds.
Good evening, my dear sister, I'm Ronald Makoya. Okay.
Go ahead.
I think I got my love from my hotel. You need to go. I don't do it. I go from right here. I got one. What's the
Go to the legislature and give them microphone quickly. Let's hear you know we go home.
You need to come to me now so you can get it. Because then you go out to either like people, then you come to me.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we leave you right there. Unless we gotta go home. We're out of time. We'll be here on tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be here by the grace of God. Hopefully we'll have the community people from the New Jerusalem and Greenland community in Johnsonville. Until then, have a wonderful time. God bless you and bye-bye.